Hi, everybody, and welcome to my channel, The Stitchin' Adventurer. I said it this time. Excuse my wind-tossed look. I live up in the panhandle of Texas, out in the country near Amarillo. And the wind just can really go. Every time I go out to pick up a package or anything from the mailbox, I become pretty topsy-turvy. I did a haul video, I think 2 days ago. I'm not certain exactly when it posted to my channel. And I said in that video that I had some other things coming in, but that I was just going to do them next month. Well, I wanted to do an unboxing, and I'm just flat out too excited to leave this till next month. I have to tell you that Fat Quarter Shop really seems to go out of its way to get things shipped here rapidly. I know that I already posted one. I didn't want to get too boring with y'all, but I'm just so excited. I'm excited to get started on this year's quilt projects. I think I have only a few things still coming, and they have to do with my plans for stitching for this year. But I've already got all my quilting for the year figured out between patterns that I bought last year and stuff that I have now. And then I have a slow stitching project that is actually a quilt. It's all going to be handmade. And then there's another big mega quilt that I'll be getting the things in monthly. But I'm not going to talk about that until it actually happens, because that one is a fairly decent financial, not fairly, it's quite a financial commitment to do it. I wanted to do it all in Liberty Fabrics, so it's any of you that know too much about the price of Liberty Fabrics, Liberty of London Fabrics, that's just quite a big deal. And, you know, they make Liberty Fabrics in different countries. Thankfully, we have Riley Blake here, who is a sponsor of American. You know, none of the fabric is actually woven here in the United States anymore. But they have Liberty Fabrics. But the fabric choice is different in all the different countries. And I've been told that the ones from Liberty of London, okay, I do apologize. Those of you that have been checking in with me know about my dogs and my puppies. So, and the camera does move on occasion, so please don't get too upset. And sometimes you get to see the mess on my table beside me because he moves my camera. My work table here beside me always has my soda and a glass, and then some of the baskets with projects I'm currently working on kind of stacked up there. So I do apologize if anything like that happens. But I am just too excited to open this Fat Quarter Shop box. No, it's not a huge haul, but you know, I've been saving for these things. I'm trying to be careful, and I'm not going to have many hauls the rest of 2026. I've still got stuff to come in. I'm not going to lie, as I'm getting these projects all kitted out. A couple of fabrics I'm still waiting on, but I had to order them through Etsy sellers, and that can sometimes take a little longer for it to arrive. That's been my experience anyway. So, anyway, so I do still have some things to come in. And I still haven't decided, well, I've decided what pattern I want to do for I'm going to do 2 different 4th of July quilts for celebrating our country's 250th. But I haven't decided what fabrics I'm going to use in them yet. So, but I've got gifts planned that I'm going to be quilting, sewing, just various different things. And I'm also helping my sister-in-law with a farmer's market table that she's going to be setting up this year. So, and I'm making things for her for that. So, that's kind of, I've got a busy year planned. Even when I go, if I'm able to get the whole situation with a camper set up so I can join some of my friends, I am taking my my antique featherweight with me. It fits inside. It'll fit in there perfectly. I even have it all figured out how I'm going to fit it and how I'm going to sew with it. I've even bought a power bank that is pretty good size just so I can do that. So anyway, without further ado, let me get to this box opening from the Fat Quarter Shop. And I truly think that no, Fat Quarter Shop probably isn't the least expensive. But I am telling you, to me, their prices, they seem to go out of their way to try to keep their prices reasonable. I mean, that's how it seems to me. You compare them to other shops, they have sales, and I love my local shop. I really do, but they do not have sales. But we have about 4 quilt shops here in my area, and I try to divide my business where I shop locally between them as best I can. And I really suggest that you do that too, but I want to keep all Texas businesses going, and I try as best I can to order from a Texas business. And if I order from out of state, I'm going to try to do it through a small business. Small business people just need our support. So you do it however you want, but that's what I like to do. And Fat Quarter Shop, I guess, is still considered a small business, but I think they're pretty much a mega business anymore. But I really appreciate the service that they offer and getting things here rapidly. Their shipping is just very fast. So I really can highly recommend them no matter where in the country or in the world you are. If you're overseas, though, try to find a local shop that you can support your own economy. I think that is the best thing to do. But if they don't have the products that you're looking for, then that's when you move to the next one. Or sometimes I admit I have had to shop somewhere else just because I'm a senior on a fixed income. 1 second while I'm opening the box. Now, the box is big, but it doesn't weigh very much. Even though there is a quilt kit in here, I hope that it's in here. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm really excited. It's a smaller decorative quilt, so it's not going to weigh as much as the last box. But I'm still not any less excited for it. All right, here is my manifest. All right. So I'm going to talk about what I got as I open it up. And it may not be exciting to you guys. It's only a few things, but we will get to look at some nice fabric. Let's see. But like I say, it's a smaller fabric. Now, I ordered for my cross stitch. I had a metal stand to put my cross stitch fabrics on. I really loved it. And it was kind of top heavy. I guess I just did not order the right one. And I finally just decided to order the Lori Holt Stitchy Stand, she calls it. Now, it's different, much different than my last one. Okay, now we may have a little problem with my mini dots in here running up suddenly. And he knows he's not supposed to do it, so he'll do it real sudden if he does it. And grabbing paper. Now, I have, anyway, and I just decided to order it because I liked the way you can adjust it and do different things with it. And, like, here's the picture that is on the packaging showing how it, like one way, But, and I have a clipboard that I will probably put in this pocket. Watch it make it too top heavy. I may just have to get a piece of cardboard or something. But see, but I got a clipboard last time I went into Walmart that I'm thinking if a pattern is not in a book, and not all of them are when it comes to cross stitch, that I can clip it on there. But, or because if it's a small book, it's going to be half, part of it down in here. So that was the only thing, the negative I could see about it. But I really liked it. And this part goes down with Velcro. So I imagine you could do different arrangements. But see, then it has here. And you can actually put your book down in here, too. You don't have to put it in the pocket. So there's different ways to arrange it. There's pockets all along the back. And on each side like this, where you can put, so I want to try that and see if it helps. But the other one just kept tipping over. I also got one of my plants. I haven't got it kitted out yet, although I did get the thread, but I haven't bought the fabric. Is I wanted to do this Garden of Quilts cross stitch. See, all the flowers are like a quilt flower. Isn't that cute? It's going to be it's recommending a 36 count Edinburgh linen, fiber on a whim, milk and honey. So I think I'm going to try to find that for this one. And when that is finished, it will be the stitched area, not the whole piece in its entirety, but the stitched area will be 11.5 by 6.75 inches. So it's a beautiful piece. And I've seen it done on 32 count and also 25 count. And both of them actually turned out really pretty. They just much bigger and, you know, a little slightly, very slightly more pixelated looking. But I want to do the 36 because I think I want to do, yeah, one strand. And if you up it to one strand, yeah. So I went ahead and got the thread pack. It'll be my very first time working with a specialty thread. I've always just used DMC. And now this is a cotton one, but they're over dyed, hand dyed. So I think that's going to be very pretty. And they're the classic Colorworks called for, which is what's called for. She does have the DMC. Okay, yeah. They have also the DMC conversion on the pattern, too, if you prefer to use DMC or your stash. So he's got both of them, but I did buy that. I just haven't bought the, and the DMC conversion, say something happens, and you decide you like the DMC better on a certain, maybe one color, something like that. It gives you a conversion where you can check it out and see that on there, too. But this will be my very first time. I've just used, you know... Well, let's see. I've got a large stash of DMC. I can't say for sure I have the whole color packs of DMC, but... And I've never bought any of this that's on these thread cards either, so I've never had my thread to hold up in front of the thing, so this is kind of exciting. Everybody can tell I am a beginner, right? So anyway, I'll show you the colors a little bit better. So, yeah, this will be my first time doing this. Now, I will say my local quilt shop does have a little bit of Weeks, but I've noticed she doesn't seem, Weeks Dye Works, but she doesn't seem to be replacing it. She's getting some cute cross-stitch patterns in, but she's not really keeping up with the thread. So, I think she just has a lot of different things her shop focuses on. And she said they have a group of people that comes in there and does embroidery, but she says she doesn't really sell much embroidery stuff. She thought by bringing those groups in. So, I don't know, but I wish she would get some more in. But, you know, there's only so much space, too, with those shops. And she has a lot of wool, hand-dyed wools and stuff. She sells a lot of it. She and one other shop here in town kind of are the main purveyors of that. So, you can see here's my palette of colors. I'll do the old twist I've seen people do in their videos. First time for everything, right? She's not a beginner, is she? Anyway, so I am excited for that. It will be my first time doing it, and it took a good number of colors. So this was more expensive than buying DMC. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 colors. So you had to buy 16 skeins. How much do they each have on them? 5 yards. So, and no, there's more than that many skeins, because some of them In the DMC, you only had to buy one because DMC has more in their skein. But this one, there's 1, 2, 3 colors here that you had to buy 2 skeins of. So anyway, but I think I'm really looking forward to trying the colors with more variegation to them, and I'm excited about it. So I got that, and that's going to be on my project list to start sometime in 2026. It's not a huge hurry to get the fabric, but I just would like to have everybody kitted out. All right, now I also got my I like to use some jeweler's glasses that I bought, which are really just magnifying glasses with a light. But mine that I got only go up to 3, and a magnification of 3 or 3.5, I can't remember. And Lori Holt, look at the cute little thing again. She makes these, she calls them her stitchy glasses, and they're just simply magnifying glasses. And so I decided to get the 5, and then I will use, I have a light to put back, so let's see what the does to the 5 times. Of course, I don't have any cross-stitch fabric out here to look at. Kind of like the glasses, and I need to buy new regular glasses, so maybe I'll look for something similar to that. But these are 5, so you can't really tell with the stuff I've got here, but what I will do is I will give them a try the next time I stitch, and I will let y'all know. So I got that. I'm trying to keep all of this paper away from the puppy. Every day I clean up paper. I live in a tiny, tiny, tiny garage apartment, which my family, I'm so blessed, got it here so that I could afford to have a low rent and afford to travel as well. And they kind of remodeled everything here. I mean, just really, really a wonderful thing for them to have done for me. And I do pay rent, but if I had to go into town, it would just be considerably more. And, but anyway, a lot of my shelving and stuff to have more space is down low. And it doesn't matter what I have on that shelving. It gets chewed. I've never had a dog that chewed that much. I'm really having some difficulty deciding. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the quilt kit I got. This is going to be a 79-inch by 79-inch, and it's you use jelly rolls in it. And then some others, you know, because you got to have a background, different things like that. So basically, it's going to make this star, the Jelly Roll Rail Quilt Star pattern. And I actually plan on making several of these. I've got several jelly rolls and also some fabric strips that I cut up myself that I'm going to make. Now, what it calls for, let's go ahead and open it up, and then I'll show you the fabrics that came in this kit. Okay, and it calls for 3 7/8 yards of background, 1 rosy jelly roll, 7/8 of a yard binding. If you get, or 2.5 yards if you get 108-inch wide backing fabric, or 7.5 yards if you get 44-inch wide fabric for your backing. And this doesn't come with the backing. It just comes with, I don't think it did. Yeah, it just comes with your background fabric and the jelly roll. So this is the background and the, oh, I think it comes with the, yeah, this blue one is the binding. And there is a lot of that there for binding. Yeah, I think I'm going to have some left. And then there's 3 7/8 yards of the background, which is one of Lori Holt's background fabrics, is what it looks like. Yeah, I use this in other patterns. But anyway, this is the jelly roll. is not Lori Holt. This kit was put together by the Fat Quarter Shop. And this is a Moda by Rosie fabric. So let me see. I want to try to show it to you without taking it apart, and also without cutting it with my box cutter. Let's see how this works. And that was one of the things that attracted me to it, was the fabric that it came with. I kind of liked them. And see here. Now it doesn't say how much this jelly roll goes for, but it's a typical size jelly roll here. There are it's from Rosie Fig Tree and Company. And there are, and it's her Rosie line. And they're 2.5-inch strips, of course. And I actually have been seeing people calling them a jelly roll. And they've had different amounts of fabric in them. Well, it looks like I may, in order to show you the fabric, have to go ahead. We'll see if I can get it back on there when we're done. Who doesn't like for their jelly rolls to look pretty sitting on a shelf until you're really ready to use them? Okay, so let's see. All right, so now we're going to look at the fabrics. I'm going to just try to not roll them out any more than that. So here's one. Excuse me. One. And we'll see how many copies of each one there is in here. 2. There's one on there. 3. 4. Almost looks like there's just one of everything here. 4. You know, I don't think that's a Lori Holt background fabric. I think it's a different colorway of this one that's in with the Rosie kit. So I made a mistake there. My apologies. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is pattern number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. So it's a different colorway of the binding. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25, another different colorway of the binding. 26. Seen that one in a lot of different colorways as well. 27, that one. This one too, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. See, we got that one in different colorways. See again, 38, 39, 40. So it's not that there's repeats of any fabric. There's not. There are repeats of patterns in different colorways, though. Let's see. Now, let's see if I can get it back on. Now, I want to tell you, just so you know, how much everything cost. Let's see. And I think this one was, I got free shipping on it, but I'm not certain. I actually try to take my orders so that I get free shipping, but their shipping isn't that high anyway. We're going to see if I can get this back on here. It'll never look the same. You guys know that. Let's see here. Won't ever look as beautiful as it did when it came. We'll see. I think I'm going to get it on there. I just don't think it's going to be beautiful. Yeah. Well, plus, they're easier to store while they're like this, you know. Let's see. All right, so it is back together, but it's not as beautiful as when it came. But it's a fat quarter, and I just think they store a lot better. So, and once again, this is going to be for the Jelly Roll Rail Star. And I may do another one like this and do it in patriotic colors. That would be cool, right? For the, Yeah, I think that this pattern is actually a fat quarter shop pattern. I think it's one of their own. Yeah, because all rights reserved, personal purposes only. So anyway. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the bill really quickly. Which I feel like the bill was very fair for all the stuff I got. The Jelly Roll kit in its entirety, and that includes everything but the backing, it was $123.98. The Stitchy stand was $24.98. The thread to go along with the garden quilt cross-stitch pattern, this was expensive for $48.98. I'm just not used. I'm used to paying like 89 cents a skein. But you know. And then the Stitchy reader glasses, the 5 power with 5 power magnification were $11.48. And then the pattern itself for the Garden of Quilts cross stitch pattern was $19.98. Patterns have gotten high, but my entire bill and that include free shipping and handling, was $248.31. So I still feel like I got a decent amount, despite the main thing was the cost of that that designer thread. I call it designer thread. But I still feel like I did pretty good for my money. And that I wanted to do a star quilt, so that I picked that one out. I liked the fabrics that came with it, but I may make another quilt from it, a patriotic quilt, because I'm into making them this year, right? That's kind of my plan, actually. I haven't picked out any of the fabrics yet, so but that would put me up to 3 patriotic quilts for the year, and I'm planning on starting those in May. And hoping to have some of them totally quilted and everything. I'm going to quilt them here on my domestic machine. So, been practicing. So anyway, we will talk to y'all later. And you guys have a wonderful day for the rest of the day. This is done on a Monday morning. So let's say the rest of the week. I will be having some more items coming in, as I mentioned. But if it's to do with cross-stitch, I will probably just put it in with one of my cross-stitch videos. And if it's to do with quilting, I'll probably just put it in with some of the quilting videos I'm planning on doing. Because it won't be, there is one giant block of the month but I won't be ordering that until here for another week. And I'm really not expecting it to come in until the end of the month. If not in March. Yes, I'm not expecting it to come until March. I think they're not shipped until March. So, and it's coming from overseas. So, I don't think it'll be here until, probably go towards, we'll see when it comes. But, I don't want to say anything about it yet. I still haven't ordered it and sunk that money into it yet, because it's a considerable amount. And the other thing is that I am going to be ordering a surprise thing for cross stitchers that I will go through once it comes. And then the other thing that I'm going to be ordering is I've joined the Sew Emma. So what I'll do on my monthly the Fat Quarter Shop monthly sewing box, the monthly quilt box subscription. I'm sorry. Can't remember what it's called. I'm having kind of a brain thing one here. I can't remember what that box is called. Sew Sampler, I think it's called. And I've heard nothing but raves about it. I've been watching videos on it for about a year. I hesitate to subscribe to them, but it is really fun getting boxes in. So I may turn into one of the frequent unboxers of that you see on YouTube. And then I'm ordering another box that is really, really special. And it's not a subscription. It's just a one-time box. And then I also have this block of the month. It's going to come every month. I don't like the monthly subscriptions to quilts, to be honest. I would rather pay all up front and get it done. But this one is all with Liberty Fabrics. As I said, Liberty of London Fabrics, and they're just too high. So the only way I could potentially do it, at least right now, so I could get a timely start on it with the rest of the group, would be to do it by the month. And you still had to pay the shipping from overseas to every month anyway. Because, yeah, they're going to ship it out once a month, even if you pay ahead. So, and I did pay extra on the one that's coming to get my background fabric. I haven't ordered the quilt backing yet. And I didn't even see they had it offered. But I'm assuming that since it's going to all be Liberty of London Fabrics, that I'm going to feel like I need to put a Liberty. Because I probably will never order Liberty of London again. Just the cost. It's like I ordered some Accufactum. And, but there's so much money. And I'm going to enjoy doing with them what I'm going to do. but it's for me, and it's a once in a lifetime thing. And this quilt, really, actually, this quilt is going to be it's a once in a lifetime quilt anyway. So I'm actually pretty excited about it. I've been wanting to do it. It's one of the things that brought me to quilting. So I'm going to see if you can guess which one I'm going to do. But if you think you know which quilt this is going to be, look and go ahead and write it in the comments below. We'll see. And I will, if someone guesses right, the first person to guess right what the quilt is, I will have a special gift for you. No, it won't be another quilt like that. But I have some nice giveaway things in a giveaway stash that were purchased specially for giveaways. So you wouldn't be getting my seconds. So if you are interested, go ahead and put it in the comments below. But don't put anything about it being for a giveaway. The way you would be entered in the giveaway is if you put down your guess as to what quilt this might be. And if you've listened to all of my videos, I've brought it up in the past. So, I mean, you might could figure it out. I don't have that many videos up yet, so it wouldn't be too horrendous to go back and listen to my quilt plans and things. I haven't put up any. I have never really put up quilt videos really. So, and I'm just trying to get started with the rhythm of putting up floss tube for cross stitch videos. So I am definitely a slow starter. But anyway, I really am looking forward to getting this channel going and getting the community going. I have no plans to monetize it. I don't want to deal with the taxes of doing that. So you can tell if I'm recommending a product here or talking about it, that I'm just recommending it. I don't want to earn any money from any companies. If they send something to me, I will gladly do it. If it's something that's within my range of capability and try it out for them, but I don't want to earn any money for it and or earn a commission or anything like that. And I'm retired, and I don't want the pressure of always feeling like I need to do that if I want to become an affiliate for, say, a certain quilting company or something like that. So you won't really see that, although if companies send me things to try out and evaluate and different things like that, I would love to do that. I just, I don't want to have a business and mess with the taxes. To be quite honest with you, I have enough dealings already with the Internal Revenue Service, which as a senior, I really should not be having to put up with. Anyway, that's another thing. But, so without further ado, I will say hasta la vista, and, from Texas, Tejas, and, I will see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.